Oh. And one day when I was in seminary, one afternoon, just I was walking and the vice rector came out of his room and he called me. And he looked very disturbed, annoyed. And I looked at him. I said, Father, what happened? You look so upset and you are not okay. So what's happened? I asked. He said, Antony, see, I have been looking for my specs, eyeglass. I have been looking for it for 2 hours. I am looking in the whole, my room, my bed and my table, everything I was looking. I have to finish writing the letter, but I am not able to see, find my eyeglass. So that's why for 2 hours, I am totally disturbed. And he said, and when I looked to him, I was shocked. Why? Then I told him slowly, Father, it is on his head. And then immediately he said, don't tell anybody. And sometimes, we forget things. But today I'm going to give you 2 lessons or 2 notes for your packets. Jeans pants have 2 packets in the front. So 1 note for each packet I'm going to give. So 2 notes. 1, the world is created for me. Can you repeat that after me? The world is created for me. Can you repeat?
The world is created for me.
Yes. The first note is that we all know the world is created. Perhaps God created everything on the 6th day. After all creating everybody, God created Adam and said, you rule over everything. So therefore, the world is for us. And we are the owner of the world. And when do we feel that we are the owner of the world? Or owner of everything? When do you feel that? God says, when you feel upset, when you feel that you are disturbed, when you feel that you are lonely, there is nobody to care for you. When you have the difficult situations, the times you are very upset, and that's what God says, feel that the world is created for you. And that's the point, even when Jesus is teaching us the Our Father, he says, Our Father who art in heaven. That means it's my Father who is in heaven. Therefore, we become his begotten son, begotten daughter. That means we own everything. So when we are very upset, God says, say to yourself, the world is created for me. That's the first note for your 1 packet. And that's what God abundantly created everything, then put Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden where there is abundance. And today also, God did not leave us. We have abundance. We know our lifestyle. We have everything. Therefore, let us thank God, and everything is created for us. And in times of struggle, we are called to remember that the world is created for me. And what is the second note? That's much more important today. What would be the second note? I am taking it from the first reading today. I am but dust and ash. But Lord, I dare to ask you, if there are 50 or 40 or 20 or even 10 or 5. And Abraham says, Abraham, the father of faith, a man known for his faith, now dared to speak towards God, saying, Lord, I am dust. I am just an ash. But I am asking you, if in that city, Sodom and Gomorrah, there are 50 good people, will you not destroy that? God says, yes, I will not destroy. If not 20, what about? God says, I will not. He goes on saying 10, and with that today's reading ends, but they are not able to find even 10. And what happens? No, when we have abundance, our pride rule over our life. When we have everything, we tend to forget God. Like God talking to David. You are living in the high palace, ruling over the kingdom. But my house is so low. How could that be? It has to be rebuilt. Because I am the God who created everything. So my house has to be so tall. But instead, the palace is so tall where the king lives. But the temple of God is so small, is austere. The same way, sometimes when God gives us abundance, we think that we become the ruler and we forget to think that we are just a dust. We are just the ash of the ashes. We forget that. Now, long back, I have read the life history of Saint Joan of Arc. That's a beautiful life history. On the one hand, church said she has to be burned. But after she was burned, the same Catholic Church said we need to canonize her. Now, today she is the saint of the Catholic Church, and she defended the country France. And when she defended, he prayed to Jesus, said, Lord, I am the dust of the dust. I am the ash of the ashes. But Lord, with your strength, I can fight against the English. And that's what a simple prayer. With your strength, I can fight against anybody. Joan of Arc's prayer, I always like that. And she prayed, I am the dust of the dust and the ash of the ashes. So she lowered herself. And that's what today, like Abraham, we are called to humble ourselves before the Lord. So we have the mighty power in it. So we have all the luxuries in our hand, but still we are called to humble ourselves. How? Ask in your humility, and it will be given to you. Knock with persistent love, and the door will be opened to you. And that's the example Jesus gives. And seek continuously without giving up, and truly you will find it. So the more you humble yourself, the more you will be glorified. And that's what today the second note, I am but the dust and the ash, as Abraham, the father of faith, humbled himself. We are called to humble ourselves. Both we have. On the one hand, we are very high. The whole world is created for me. On the other hand, in this whole world, I am just the dust and the ash. If we have these two understanding in our life, parallel and equally, then our life becomes a life of a saint. That's what the gospel reading today tells us. We have to balance. We cannot go on the one hand, I am a dust, I am good for nothing. We can't go there, because we are created in the image and likeness of God. God shares His likeness with me. Therefore, I am so precious, so important. On the other hand, God has given me every freedom on earth after giving all the luxuries, all things. Therefore, I am so much important, not God. We go to the other level, then there also we fall back. But we are called to have two notes. The whole world is for me. At the same time, I am the dust in front of God. So I need to kneel and pray to God. If we are able to understand these two levels, we too become like Abraham, the father of faith or the mother of faith.